Because, you know, I really am concerned about the aliens. Okay? I don't want aliens coming to Earth, seeing us eating animals, and then all of a sudden, they start eating us. You know what? I never even thought about that. I never even thought about that. So there is an appeal, right? Okay, I get it. All right, cool. And all of a sudden, boom. Like, we convince the aliens it's okay. I also think owning dogs and cats is pretty bad as well, by the way. I think having some weird emotional robot slave, because, you know, if you get a certain breed of dog, they're all the same. For the most part, okay? And they really are just personalities. Every single dog has a different personality and utility role. It's a robot, emotional, weird slave thing. And we act like they're people, but they're not, and they're in a completely different dimension. You know? So the aliens will do it to us. Kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe we should leave Earth and treat the entire planet as a zoo, and then go to another planet where there are no animals. You know what I mean? We don't need animals. We could have robot birds and robot squirrels and robot bugs, you know, and robot bees, robot deer, doing what they do, because there are ecosystems out there, and they are important. But the second that the organism gains consciousness, you know, I'm even kind of iffy about, like, plants and everything. Because what if aliens are, like, the next evolutionary step way up there, and they see us like plants? You know? Some weird multiverse thing, and we're stuck in the 3rd dimension, they're in the 18th dimension, they'll see us as, like, a fern, or as a fungal colony, or as, like, a school of fish. In fact, they might even have a hard time telling the difference between organisms on planet Earth. They'll see it as just, like, individual cells. You know what I mean? Just imagine if there was some being that was eternally large, like Galactus, or even further, like the size of a galaxy, and they're looking at little old planet Earth, and you see, I don't think they'll see individual organisms. They'll see some weird mega. They'll probably treat the entire planet Earth as one organism with a bunch of weird cells and stuff. If you look at a single person, so in the same aspect, if you shrunk yourself down all the way down to the size of some quantum particle, what would a human look like? You think you would have the ability to sense that that's one organism doing one thing? You wouldn't even, like, the whole idea of it talking, sending waves through some medium that you can't even conceive of, you know? Just imagine being so small that your living room is the size of the galaxy, or of this quadrant of the universe. Then you wouldn't be able to even perceive sound waves, right? The waveform is nowhere near, or the wavelength is really large compared to your size. To the point where there is no actual curve in the medium. It's just like a rise and a fall in the ocean. You can't tell there's actual communication going on. So, I'm concerned about weird scaled aliens, either too large or too small. There's so many problems. Hey there. Hey, Justin, it's worse for me than a regular Whopper? Well, I've looked into it, Justin. I know all about it. I know all about the Impossible Burger and the Impossible Meat. I know what it's made of, and it's kind of horrifying, but whatever. They took genes from a soy plant, and they did some gene therapy to some fungus, to yeast, and they had it ferment to produce this blood stuff that they then infused in a bunch of this weird composite of plants to give it a certain texture and mouthfeel, along with coconut oil, which is kind of the bad part, you know? But the whole point is it has to be able to render like fat. And then it's supposed to have a similar taste. I'm just kind of curious. From like year's 2021, and we have fake meat now. So, you know. Aliens are too large or too small. Which one's worse? I think we can handle if they're smaller than us. Because that'll be our job to make ourselves known to them. But if they're larger than us, then I think you can't scale up. You can only scale down. I mean, it's kind of hard to go up, right? The smaller you are relative to your environment, the more energy it takes to move through that environment. If you're larger than your environment, then you're just moving within yourself, and distance is negligible. You know what I mean? If you are the size of a mountain, then moving 2 feet is invisible. Because you're just moving within yourself. You're like, okay, this spot or this spot? This spot? Like, you're already in it. You're already in the bubble of motion. I believe this is the last day of the mole miner flim flam. Alright, so I have to take off my flim flam. Put on the can-do. I'm gonna run through this water park really quick. I like to run through this field. I go from the hemlock holes all the way across, picking up wood, all the way down to these cabins over here, the kitty quarter cabins, and pick up that mutagenic waste mission. I stop over here by the Black Bear Lodge to go pick up that daily, to go kill the creatures if it's available. I kill that big old group. I go up and around getting all that dogwood, and then I might go over here, then down there, and then, you know, that's what I can do when I'm here. I go through the entire region. You know? Yeah.